best music. ITMR Real Life Radio.
Yeah, real and live from Studio 13 here in Dublin. Niamh McGlinchey there with a great version of Live Forever. And that was Niamh's performance on the TG Car programme Glór Tíre last Wednesday night when all 9 artists showcased their talents. Tonight, of course, is the turn of Niamh and Nathan Carter. It's their week, and I'm very pleased to say I've got Niamh McGlinchey on the phone right now. She's taking a bit of time out before she goes on stage. Niamh, good evening to you. How are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm okay. How are we feeling? Nervous? Excited?
Very nervous. Although it's already pre-recorded, it definitely doesn't do anything for the nerves still.
Absolutely. But of course, you're no stranger to big crowds. You've sung in Croke Park. That must have been a huge audience.
That was. And to be honest, it was very frightening because I mean, around the day in any other song when you're singing on stage, people don't usually know all the words to it because, just it's impossible to know the words to every song. So you're bound to, sometimes make wee mistakes and wee muddles, and usually then I could put in wee fillers if I forgot the words, took a wee blank out, but definitely can't do that in Around the Vein because everybody knows it, And,
everybody knows the words.
Yeah, and also I only had the chance to go over the song twice, literally before I went out on to the field with the band. So that was very scary because, I had this huge band behind me. I could hardly hear myself sing, and it was a totally new experience for me, and it was fabulous. Really good one for the CD, put it that way.
Absolutely, indeed. And then, of course, you also took part in the All-Ireland Talent Show in 2009 with
I did.
Dana.
It was brilliant. I sang Raglan Road in it, which was my kind of roots, Irish and folk and stuff, so it was nice to do a wee bit of that. And then it's nice with Glór Tíre to be doing something completely different. And it's nice. I like doing different stuff and a range of different stuff because I find that when I'm in the car, I could listen to a full CD of all the same stuff, yeah, but I wouldn't listen to it again. But I like, having a mix of stuff in CD, which is a good range. It shows off everything that you can do and entices more people to listen to you,
Well, you came from obviously a musical family, and from a very early age you were steeped in music. You learned the mandolin at 7 years of age. You went on to learn the guitar and the tin whistle, so you're a multi-instrumentalist at your home up there. Your home family up there in Gulladuff in County Derry. So I'm assuming your parents were musical.
And that's so funny because everybody assumes that now, but actually my daddy didn't start playing music until his late 30s. It was not, Daddy came from Moneymore, and it was a wee town village, and he grew up in the streets, and he was a real wee hard lad and stuck in the middle of everything, and wasn't interested in music at all. But he did take an interest in his late 30s, and that's how he got me on to learning the mandolin, and I'm so grateful for. Mummy's side would have been kind of musical. Granny and Granda would have both played the accordion, and my uncles and aunts and all would be singers, but not in any large scale, just kind of singing at parties now. So it's funny because I have another few cousins who are big in sports, and everybody asks them, so I think your family's very sporty, and they would say, no, we're not, so I don't know where we came from. The younger generation have kind of brought in a new kind of life into the family with regards to music and the sports, and I've other cousins here doing loads of kind of acting stuff and performing arts, so it's funny the younger generation is bringing in all these newer skills, but definitely Mummy and Daddy were very, very supportive and encouraging, and Mummy always would have had me singing in the car. I can't even remember the name of the wee song. It kind of goes rock and roll and riding, because that kind of wee song all around town or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. So that and a Tell Me Man, the Black Hills of Dakota were my kind of songs when I was younger, so that's kind of where it came from. When I would have been singing everywhere we went.
It's obviously in the blood somewhere, whether you know it or not. And obviously
it has to be.
Listening to the music.
It's a nature nurture.
Absolutely. Listening to the music in the car is obviously, your ears are there for it. Now, your mentor on Glór Tíre is probably the biggest star in Irish country music at the moment, of course.
I know.
Nathan Carter. Now, when I asked Nathan on Monday night how he'd chosen you and come to be your mentor. He said that you've played with him on several occasions in supporting him in the Olympia and various venues. He'd heard you on the radio, he'd heard you live, and to quote Nathan Carter, he said choosing you as his contestant was a no-brainer. That's what he said. He said it was an absolute no-brainer. Can you remember the first time you met Nathan?
Oh, God, yes, vaguely. Because I was actually out at one of his dances, and me being me, I wouldn't really have that many nights off because the music would have me out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday nights even singing. So this one night I had off around Christmas time, and I decided to go with my friends, and we went to the dance in the Tully Glass, and it wasn't long after my CD was released, and I had sent him the CD and sent him an email quizzing him about a bit of support act, and he did mail me back that day, and I said, well, look, I'm going to your concert tonight, can't wait to hear you, and it's brilliant. A few wee drinks later, of course, of water and all that stuff. I was feeling very courageous, and after the concert I was outside and I seen him walking by and I ran after him. And I got
You obviously caught him. You obviously caught him.
It got me, yes, I got talking to him. The confidence was oozing that night, let's put it that way. And I got talking to him and I said, hello, Nathan, I'm Niamh. And he knew me automatically who I was, and I was surprised because then that made me realise, yeah, he really did pay attention to the email I sent him. And he says, look, I'll be in touch. I really love the wee song Crossroads. So that was to start off all things wonderful for me, because then Nathan started using me. John, his manager, had contacted me about doing a bit of support act to him, and just things spiraled from the end, which is fantastic.
As they say in life, success is built on a couple of things. One is inspiration, hard work's another one, but then you need the odd bit of luck, don't you, as well? So
you do. It really is all about being in the right place, the right time, the right people. It is, definitely.
Now, tonight, obviously, you're performing on Glór Tíre. Can you give us a sneak preview? What are you performing tonight?
Well, I will be performing Crossroads, my own wee song. I had wrote it a couple of years back, and Nathan and I are performing a song by a band called Train, and a girl called Ashley Monroe, and it's Bruises. So it's definitely, it'll be a new one for Glór Tíre because it's very modern and new. So we'll see how it goes down.
It's a song I know very well. I think it's a fantastic choice.
It's a bit catchy.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. Now then, before we let you go, just tell us, you've mentioned already your 5-track CD, mini CD, Rainbow Days it's called. It's available on CD Baby if anyone wants to pick up a copy of it.
Yeah, you can get it in iTunes and everything, yeah.
iTunes
Perfect.
As well. Tell us about the tracks on that, and particularly about Crossroads. You've mentioned that one already.
Well, Crossroads is an interesting wee one now, because that is the one that definitely stood by me with that CD. I wrote Crossroads, believe it or not, in 15 minutes when I came home from school one day. When I was at school, I was getting rejections from universities. Nobody wanted me, and things weren't going really well for me at the time. And I thought, God, Niamh, girl, where are you going to go with your life? You know, after school, this is it. You know, you're going to have to make some decisions here. And that was kind of the idea, that I was at my crossroads and I didn't know where to go. So that's in the song. And I came home and I put it all down in paper, and within 15 minutes I had that wee song wrote. And I'm kind of waiting on an epiphany ever since of songwriting, because nothing has ever came. But I was just chatting to my mum there on the way down in the car, and I said there that everybody asked me, the last line of the wee song goes, but I know someday I'll get there and then I'll let you know. And everybody says to me, you know, have you got there yet? Have you? And, you know, I kind of want to keep them updated, so I'm thinking about writing kind of a wee follow-on, the sequel to Crossroads at the minute, to keep everybody updated on how things are going. So it has definitely been good to me, that wee song, and I'm proud of it, but let's hope I can write something else along the same line.
We're going to hear Crossroads in a couple of minutes' time. And might I suggest to you, Niamh, that life maybe is a series of crossroads, and you're at a crossroads tonight on Glór Tíre, because your life can go one way or the other on this. Certainly it'll go a different way with all the exposure and everyone listening in. So if you tune into Glór Tíre tonight and you like Niamh's music, you can vote for Niamh by texting into Glór Tíre. That's Niamh is Glór 1 on tonight's show. Text lines are open. They've been open since the middle of January. Will remain open throughout the next 9 weeks to vote for your favourite artist. So tune in, listen to Niamh if you like her. Give her your vote on tonight's edition of Glór Tíre. We're going to play Crossroads now, but Niamh, before we go, just want to wish you the best of luck for tonight. For
Thanks so much, Howard.
No problem, for the coming weeks as well. And I've got a funny feeling that Glór Tíre is going to be a great showcase for you, and whatever happens in terms of voting and winners and losers, I think you're going to be a winner, along with everybody else that takes part, because an audience will hear you and see you that wouldn't get the opportunity to do so otherwise.
Definitely.
Thank you for joining us, Niamh, on this Wednesday evening here on Irish Country Music Radio. And let's hear from Niamh now. Taken from her 5-track mini CD, Rainbow Days, this is Crossroads.
All of my life I've been guided, kept on the right path, taught to do the right thing and not to do it half. But now I'm at my crossroads, my future to behold, and for once in my life